You want to make the most of your time off to renew your
Yes.
mind, your body, and your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So, giving your mind a rest would be thinking about other things.
Spring break. It's Hunt for Wellness, episode number 88. Hello and welcome to Hunt for Wellness. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Christy Hunt.
And this is the show where we help you live your best life, mind, body, and spirit. And this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that provide great water for your great wellness. Go check it out at waterdistillers.com. All right, spring break is here.
Yes.
Let's go to the beach.
Let's go.
Let's get the heck out of this Minnesota winter. A lot of people watching or listening to this aren't in cold weather, but us northerners like to head south.
Yes.
Get some of that vitamin D out of that sunshine in our faces.
Mm-hmm.
So
nice.
It's great. You know, it's good to take a break. We've talked about that in the self-care podcast episode, and it is good time to just take a break.
Yeah, we need breaks.
We do.
Mentally,
I need lots of breaks.
Physically, I don't know if we need it spiritually, but we do need a break.
You should never have a break from spiritual stuff.
From God.
But what you do is you have a spiritual break like you did before, where you went on the little spiritual weekend.
Mm-hmm. Silent retreat.
So that's a break.
Yeah. That
break
was nice.
from everything else but God.
Right.
Nice.
Focus on God.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's hard to focus when we're so busy.
Yes.
With so many things.
So, when we go on break, typically we go somewhere, unless you do a staycation.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably some things that we need to take into consideration, the things we want to bring along when we go on a break, right?
Yeah, but part of it is you want to make the most of your time off to renew your mind, your body, and your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So, giving your mind a rest would be thinking about other things than work.
I would say giving my mind rest would be like laying on the couch.
Yeah.
And taking a little nap.
And sleeping.
Yes. And then a little more sleeping. And
that's more body rest.
That is.
Your mind gets rested too.
Yeah.
But reading a great book or even studying something, going to sites to see different things and learning, that's giving your mind a change.
Yeah.
And your mind loves new things.
Your mind loves to learn.
Yes.
Doesn't it grow little things inside as you learn?
Yeah, it does.
Yes. Okay.
So.
Well, I'm ready for the break.
Yeah. And then the body, we want to have some more downtime, sleep, catch up on the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And don't run yourself too ragged on vacation, which can happen.
It can if you try to do too many things.
Yeah. I've heard about one particular couple where one of them likes to go sightsee and the other one likes to just lay around. And so
sounds like us.
I know it does.
The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
But what they do is one day they do sightseeing or activities, and then the next day they just lay low.
Yeah.
And then the next day they go do activities, and the next day lay low. So they just alternate.
Yeah. Or like we've done in the past, you go do the activity in the morning, you come back in time so you can eat lunch, and then you relax for the afternoon.
Yeah. Take a break, read a book, go to the pool.
Yeah. Sounds really good to me.
Yeah.
I'm getting excited about this.
I know.
We haven't even talked about any of the products that we want to bring along with us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then just on the spirit side, more mind, body, and spirit wellness is just taking more time to be with God.
Yes.
And that can be out in nature, which people love to connect with God out in nature.
It can be at the pool too.
That's outside.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes you go to the pool for a few hours.
Yes.
And then you can, just close your eyes, or you can put on meditating music in your little, earbuds or whatever, and just make it sound and feel really good.
Yeah. But just talking to God, journaling, asking him what he wants for you in the next stage of life, or in the next week or next month or year, and just listening, writing down what he's telling you. That's so great.
Yeah.
Or if you've had a question that you've been struggling with and are wondering something like, oh, does God answer prayers? What does the Bible say? Just taking some time, 30 minutes a day or something, to research that. And you can still go on your fantastic vacation and have some time to look into things a little bit more deeply.
Yes.
Because you have a little more time.
I love that thinking time, we call it.
Yeah. So good. So good. So, just in kind of renewing our body, lavender is such a great oil to bring along on those trips because it helps you relax. Sometimes it's hard to relax.
It is.
If you've been wound up a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes I found it two different ways. Sometimes it takes a couple of days to relax. Other times I crash the first day.
Yeah.
And it takes a couple days before I'm able to do anything because I'm just so exhausted.
Yeah.
So one of the two.
So anyways, lavender can help calm you down. Also, I went on this flight one time and this lady was freaked out because it was a small plane. There was only 3 seats across. It was like 1 seat on one side and 2 on the other.
Hey.
And it was just more of a smaller commuter plane. And she was freaked out. She's like, I need a drink. And I didn't know this lady at all. I'm like, hey, you need some lavender. So I just gave her some lavender. And we couldn't talk on the plane because we weren't sitting quite right next to each other. But at the end of the flight, she goes, I didn't even need a drink. That lavender calmed me down so much.
Nice.
That I was just relaxed. So, so also if there's other people on your trip that are a little tense for whatever reason, lavender's a great oil for that. Also, if you've got a little bit of sun on you and it's kind of stinging, lavender is great for that. It supports the skin so nicely, or if there's irritations.
Lavender is like one of those multi-purpose ones. If you only had to bring a couple things, you definitely want to bring that.
Yes.
It's good. Also, like when you're traveling sometimes and you're not sleeping in your own bed,
exactly.
It's a little harder to sleep.
It is.
So lavender will help relax you out, and you'll be able to have a good night's sleep.
Yes. And then peppermint is a great oil to bring along. That one or Valor helps with that motion feeling. Sometimes people with motion, they feel kind of sick.
Yeah.
They don't like it. And my one kid did not like peppermint. And so we tried Valor, and Valor worked for that.
Nice.
So that we didn't have people throwing up in the car.
No, we don't want that.
Like that, which is, kind of annoying.
Right? It is. It
is. And that peppermint's so good for your ears on planes.
Yeah.
To help your ears adjust so they pop when they're supposed to. Or if you're out in the mountains and you're driving up and down.
Or maybe if you eat a little too much good food.
Yeah.
And you get a little stomach irritation. A little drop of peppermint in the water will help you, or just rub the peppermint on your stomach.
Right.
And that can be very helpful.
Yes. Also, peppermint can help if you're in a higher altitude than you're used to.
Give you a little more oxygen.
Yes. And so rubbing it on your chest, rubbing it behind your ears. Also, if you need to perk up, if you're driving, a lot of driving, just put a drop behind each ear, breathe it in. So it's a great oil for that, for so many things.
Yes,
so many things.
It is.
And then DiGize for digestive issues.
Another great one to carry with you wherever you go, especially where there's food involved.
Right. And maybe if you're going to a place where the food is pretty different and
your body's not used to it.
Right. You might need more DiGize.
Yeah.
And you can even put DiGize on before a meal. Rub it on your stomach. You can put it in water and drink it. You can put it in a capsule and drink it or swallow it. So that can just really help make things a lot better, because if your gut is not happy, you're not happy.
Yes. We want the happy gut.
Well, we want a happy trip.
Yes.
Too. Yeah. So another oil to bring along is Deep Relief.
Yeah, and that one comes in the roll-on, right?
Yes.
It's available,
in the roll-on.
In the roll-on, yep. So that makes it easy to put
Rub it
on wherever you have a little...
sore muscles.
Yep.
Or if you're hiking and somebody twists their ankle, this can just make all the difference in the world to rub that on there. And just feels so good. It's very refreshing, relaxing. And then Valor, of course, because Valor not only helps you physically be balanced, but also emotionally. So if there could be some emotional challenges.
Never on a trip. Where are we eating tonight? Oh, boy.
With family, friends, sometimes, you're together a lot.
Yes.
So Valor is a great one. There's another one, Peace and Calming.
Yes.
That's great too. And I know somebody who gave every person on the trip a roller of that.
Welcome.
and had people frequently use their oil.
Yes, absolutely.
So that everybody was happy on the trip. Really does make a difference.
This is a great little travel kit that we're putting together here.
Yes. And then NingXia Red.
Okay. Can't go anywhere without NingXia Red.
No, because it supports overall wellness. Of course, who wants to be sick when they're traveling? And you're a little bit more prone because there's more stressors to the body.
Right. And when you travel, it comes in the little 2-ounce packets, right?
Yes,
Which is super convenient. And they don't need to be necessarily refrigerated.
Right.
You can if you want, but if you want them cooler. But they're very portable.
Yes.
Very, very portable.
Supports energy, supports the immune system, supports sleep. And so it's great to have one of those each day on the trip. And just sunscreen. If you're going to the beach or warm weather or even skiing, you need some sunscreen.
You're going to be outside for a while.
And Young Living does have some great sunscreen that's not toxic, doesn't have any of those bad chemicals in it. It's good for your skin. So
and it works good too, and it's not too oily.
Right.
It's got a really nice texture to it. That's what I like about it.
And then the Raindrop Technique. So if you have room in your suitcase, if you're not just doing carry-on or someone else is going to pack it away, bring the Raindrop Technique with you because it's so wonderful just to do one on yourself or do it on the other people. Like at the end of the day, very relaxing, just supports your whole body and it feels so good. Or if somebody's wellness is starting to go down, give them a raindrop so they can pop back up.
That's right. And if you haven't heard about the raindrop before or you'd like more details on that, we have 2 podcast episodes that we'll link in the show notes over at Hunt4Wellness.com, episode number 88. And we have the regular raindrop, but we also have the mini raindrop, which is one you can do on yourself. So check that out because it is a really good multi-purpose use
tool. Yeah. And we have classes. So if you're in Minnesota, the Twin Cities area, we'd love to have you join one of our raindrop classes. Or there's an online video you can watch.
Yeah. And we can link that as well, too, over at the Hunt4Wellness podcast site, Hunt4Wellness.com, episode 88.
Yeah. So it's really, really great. So, if you're planning a spring break trip or even a trip in the future, order ahead, get the products that you need because they can really make a huge difference in a successful, happy trip. Or kind of a not so happy, successful, irritated trip.
And we just so happen to have this handy little 1-page summary of traveling with Young Living. So it's Christy's tips for traveling with Young Living. And you can also, we will link, it's a free download. We'll link that over at Hunt4Wellness.com, episode number 88.
Yes.
So any last minute things before we close the doors and hop in the car and get going?
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yes.
It's going to be great to go on a trip.
And it's great when you're prepared.
Yes.
So definitely bring along your Young Living products. And again, when you order over at Hunt4Wellness.com, there's a link there for our products. Or you can connect with us. We'll help you order, but make sure you use our number there, which will give us a little commission on this. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes, that'd be so nice.
Awesome. Well, this episode of Hunt for Wellness has been brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that produce super great water for your great wellness. Check it out at waterdistillers.com. And we'll be back for our next episode after this quick spring break. We'll see you then.